How am I so fucking late? I know how I'm so late. I woke up like 30 minutes ago. Not 30 minutes ago, like 2 hours ago. Now it's less defensible. I should have just stuck with 30 minutes ago. Okay, so that's Twitch on that monitor. We need to do pokedoku while people filter in. This is the ritual, which I've just realized is a ritual for me and only me, but I guess that's fine. Display capture 1. Let's actually, like, shut that off, unless, just in case there's, like, awful, horrendous things in my search history. You know, I'll make fun of people that are, you know, jelking every day, but then again, you make fun of what you know, as some people have said. Okay. I think I'm ready. Huge pokedoku time. Okay, grass bug, that's basically all of them, and yet now that I'm thinking about it, it's none of them. There's like an egg little fella. What is he called? Not Fortress. It's Fortress Steel? But I'm not looking for Fortress. He was Therathorn, that's the one. Therathorn is the GOAT. That's the Gen 5 icon right there. Queer icon Therathorn. Bug Electric, there is, I think his name's like Bus something. He's like a little charger bug. Charger bug, there we go, charger bug. Easy peasy. Bug Fairy, I got no fucking idea. Bug grass. That's all of them. You could go outside, you look at a grasshopper, that's... Can I literally just type in grasshopper and something shows up that's like reasonable? Maybe later. I feel like that is cheating just a little. Hold on a minute. There's a Garbodor Max. There's Garbodor Max? Holy based. Alolan form. No idea. Grass Alolan? Completely blanking out. Grass Electric? I mean, Alolan Electric? Completely blanking out as well. Alolan Fairy? What's the little ring fella? Round him up, ban that guy. What's the little ring fella? It looks like a collection of flowers on a big string. I do not remember. I will come back to it. Bug Fairy? We've been here for 3 minutes, apparently. I'll give it another, like, 20 seconds, and then my brain is, like, crapping out. Magnemite, obviously. Magnemite. Magneton, just in case. Bug Grass. I'm still coming up with fuck all for Bug Grass. This is miserable. I gotta stop looking over at the other monitor, just in case somebody's cheating for me. Steel Fairy? No idea. I've got to think of a Slurpuff? Is that Alolan? Fucking hell. Why did they name it Slurpuff? It's not... That's no good. Alright, I'm giving up. I'm tapping out. I can't believe that one I found hard. What was I doing? Swadloon, obviously. Okay, I wasn't gonna get that. I definitely wasn't gonna get that. And Cutiefly? Who the fuck remembers Cutiefly? Come the fuck on. Let's be real here. Most common. Least common. Geodude Alola? Oh, so it is. Alright, cool. That'll do. Let's get the fuck out of here. Let's play the video game. We have gaming in place. We're ready. Pause that shit. Are you Seth Rogen? No. I'm surprised that this keeps happening. I'm surprised that we're still here. How many years in? Also, my Pro Skater 2 save seems to have been wiped. Again. Every single time I load up the PlayStation emulator, it seems to have lost my file for where I'm supposed to, like, have all my shit. Miserable. Where's that bald motherfucker? I know there's a bald motherfucker in this game. You're Eric Costin here? Almost. You can see I haven't, like, shaved today. There's, like, a little bit of hair going on. It could be. That could be me. I have to ask, why bald? I need to start coming up with some inventive answers to this, because the genuine answer is not very fun. The genuine answer is... There he is. Get me on, Jamie. The genuine answer is I had a really bad haircut. And with that, we said bye-bye and we never looked back. Also, it's just cheaper than going to the barbers and one, having to pay them like an increasingly ridiculous amount of money for the worst haircut that I've ever had in my life, which seems to be, you know, most of the time when you like experience like anything that's like creative, jokes, art, pornography, it's all going to kind of average out over time, and you'll probably hit like the best joke or like piece of art that you've ever seen around like, I don't know, by like 30. Somehow every single haircut that I ever had was just getting progressively worse and worse and worse. I couldn't keep going to the barbers and going, like, oh, this is, like, the worst one that I will ever have. When consistently for 2 years, it was just over and over again, just like, brother, I know that you're, like, a paid professional, and, like, I shouldn't judge you too harshly, but what the fuck is this? I asked for a fucking 2 around the back and the sides and a little bit off the top, and they're giving me fucking Hitler trim, and I'm like, come on, brother, can we, like, at least put a little bit of respect on me? I didn't realize that that would send him skywards. Also, I don't know any of the specials on this character, and I'm pretty sure that in this game, different characters had different specials. I forget how Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2 works, which I know a little bit shameful considering, you know, what I consider, like, my passion for video games. It's like fighting games are the games that I say that I'm passionate about and then hate every single time that I play. And then there's Tony Hawk's Pro Skater that I say I love and then never play. Kind of a fraud in many ways. Charlie Brown cosplay, clearly. Me? Never. Is Charlie Brown bald? We didn't really, okay, maybe this is me representing all of England with one, what's the word? Judgmental swoop. We didn't really have, like, Charlie Brown in England. We had Pokemon, kind of, but, like, it seems like we had a very different cartoon culture, and Charlie Brown just kind of, like, didn't make the cut, I guess. Too bitch made, perhaps, have we considered? I'm still surprised at how much I remember this shit. I played Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1+2 so much, I'm, like, shocked that I remember anything of where any of this is. I'm pretty sure I'm a couple points behind. Let's get a little combo going. Do you have another job, or are you making enough off of YouTube and stuff? I'm not at the moment, but at the same time, I'm making just enough that I am reluctant to go back to work. Although, I did see a job posting for Aldi the other day. Paid breaks. Ooh, I've never had paid breaks in my life. 15-hour contract. Could you imagine that? Monday, Wednesday, Friday, it's this and YouTube. And then, like, Thursday and Tuesday and Thursday, working at the Aldi for 9 hours with a paid break? Oh, cheesy peeps, man. That would go crazy. You can change the special inputs. Oh, based. Also, I should probably go back and actually, like, finish all the goals in Hangar before I move on to anything else. My plan is to beat Pro Skater 2 on this stream, because it's not a very long game. It's kind of like, you know, PlayStation 1 games, it's like, oh, it's really long if it's Crash Bandicoot, and everything else is 2 hours that you play over and over and over again. Can you put a funny GIF in the black space above you, please? I don't really have any funny GIFs. I have, like, 10 or, and that's about it. Go back? Wait, how do I... Where's the shop thing that lets me buy stats? Am I dense? Chase, if this is Chase on Phoenix Smash, if you try to convince me that you are a different person this stream, I will ban you indefinitely. Chase last stream convinced me that he was from Arizona, and then I was talking to him in Discord with an English accent 2 hours later, and it's like, this is miserable. I can't believe I associate with this guy. Airtime, I guess? Or, like, manual balance? Where's manual balance? Manuals, there we go. Give me that shit. I have absolutely no stories or anything. Nothing has developed in the 2 days since I was last streaming. It was one of those, like, oh, I'm starting to feel better. I'm definitely gonna be absolutely clean with it and have, like, gone outside, big banter coming through, loads of stories, and then I just kind of, like, stayed inside and played Outer Wilds for another 2 days, and when I feel a little sick, I'm just gonna chill the fuck out. So it's like, oh shit, he's gone and done it again. He's only gone and wasted his time. Who could have guessed? YouTubers staying inside and playing video games and then going, I have a personality challenge. Impossible. Huge combo. I've also fucked up. Where's the last hang time gap? I do not remember. It turns out Vin Diesel is a sex pest. That's a story. I mean, like, we talk about this every single stream. I still haven't seen The Matrix. I don't even know who Vin Diesel really is. It's like, has he been in anything that I should know about? This game have... Oh, okay, this game doesn't have, wall plants yet. I just kind of decked it into the wall for no reason. Get me up there. How do I get up there? Miserable. He's the Iron Giant? What game is the Iron Giant in? I definitely don't know what the hell the Iron Giant is. No offense to any Iron Giant fans in the chat. all absolutely zero of you. How do I get up there? What the hell? I mean, I know how I get up there, but like, what the hell? Why is it not letting me up there? Get me up to the big fat money. Please? No? Guh? He drives the cars fast and talks about family. Oh, split-second velocity. I see, I see. There are certain games on Steam that just seem to never go on sale. And I'm waiting for the day that split-second velocity goes on sale to buy it. And I think I need to give up. I didn't realize who the publisher was until, like, maybe yesterday, because Steam Summer Sale, not Steam Summer Sale, Steam Winter Sale is on right now. And so I'm looking at every single game and going, I really shouldn't, but I know I will. And, get me up there? Fuck's sake. I'm looking at every single game and I'm going, I really shouldn't, but I will. And Split Second Velocity is a game that I've been eyeing for, I want to say 2 years now. And then it just hasn't gone on sale. So I looked up the publisher and it's Disney. I don't know if Disney has done things in games for the better part of like directly. For the better part of like 2 years. And so I think it's time to give up. Not on my hopes and dreams. Well, maybe my hopes and dreams as well. But it might be time to give up on the idea that I'm going to get Split Second for a price that is reasonable. And maybe just pirate it on the stuff with Split Second and Disney is a whole story that's pretty sad and miserable. I'm playing the Tekken 8 beta right now, and I really like the ghost battles, even though it's just Super Smash Bros. Amiibo mechanics. It's true, it's true. People are freaking out over the Tekken 8 Ghost, and it's like, we've done this before. We have done Amiibo battles. Get with it. But also, at the same time, I loaded up the Tekken 8 beta, or demo, or whatever the fuck you want to call it. It's a demo, it's not a beta. I loaded up the demo, I realized you can't play online, and I went, well, I'm gonna wait till full release. It's like, yeah, I could learn some combos now, but why would I? Like, I'm learning combos to satisfy who? Myself? Somebody who only really likes Tekken as a multiplayer video game? Am I silly? Unless we're talking about Tekken 3 arcade mode. I've had this concept for a while where, like, the way that we talk about reaction time, and I think I might have actually spoke about this on stream, but, like, the way that we talk about reaction time is, like, yeah, it's not exactly, like, toxic, but it's, like, it's not representative of, like, what reaction time is. Where it's, like, so, like, let's think about a situation in a fighting game where you are blocking high and low. You're going to block high and low on reaction? Probably. But what is that reaction? Because it's not just, like, a case of yes and no. It's a case of yes, and also your reaction is going to be... The speed of your reaction is going to be dictated by, first of all, recognizing that, you know, you're about to block a high or block a low. But secondly, it's the ability for you to decipher information that is vague. So, like, how do I describe this? So, like, you have an animation, and one of them is, let's say you start from here, and if the character goes like this, they're going to be doing an overhead. And if they go like this, they're going to be doing a low. The way that we discuss reaction time is that you are only ever having to respond to this, to just lows. And so the way we talk about reaction time is as though there is no ambiguity or requirement for you to decipher the information that is going into your brain. But if you are having to, first of all, identify if you are going high or low, and then make the decision, that's going to mess with your reaction time. On top of that, you've also got problems where, let's say that, like, this is like a 15 frame move, and this is also a 15 frame move. If frame one of that animation is going from here to here, you have 15 frames to recognize this portion of the animation. But if you're still looking at a 15 frame time for the hitbox to come out, and the first 10 frames of the animation are like this, you're gonna be like, there are so many frames before you're getting to the identifiable point at which you should be reacting, that the problem is not an issue of you don't have the reaction time to respond to the input. It's that the input is intrinsically designed to not be reacted to and be predicted instead. And so sometimes I feel like people misinterpret the discussion of being able to react as the discussion to being able to predict. Or anticipation versus reaction, rather. Yeah, there's like many different things. Like some of them are prediction, some of them are anticipation, some of them are pure reactions. Like if you're looking down a site in, like, let's say you're playing Dust 2 and you're playing Dust 2, you're currently looking from mid CT spawn up towards Catwalk. If the doors are there and you have like a 10 pixel gap that you're looking through, you're going to press the button on reaction unless you know the general time that it takes to get from their spawn into Catwalk, in which case you're going to be like pressing a little bit on anticipation. If you are looking wider and you can see the whole Catwalk the whole way along, you're going to be shooting on prediction. Or like anticipation. You know what I mean? Does this make any sense? But the thing is, this is also like a part of the problem where me explaining it to you, I feel like doesn't get across what I'm trying to say, even if you agree. And so if you could play it, if I could like give you the scenario and be like, you are gonna do this, I feel like it would be much easier to actually have that discussion, you know? Leon explains the DHC glitch. Do a combo into another combo. No, I don't want to save the career. Why am I... Play the fucking game. We're an hour in and we're like 4 levels deep. What are we doing? Okay. Why do I keep saying we? It's not like you're the one that's like pausing to go on a tangent about a video that's going to be made in like 3 months or then put on a Patreon post that's like, oh, by the way, guys, I scrapped the video again. Gah. Oops. You know what's crazy? You give me this in 1+2, I would have like finished the game already. I'm so 1+2 pilled that it's like, I instantly know where I'm going and what I'm doing and why I'm doing it. Also, I didn't realize 1+2 is a broken video game. I was looking at the high scores the other day and people are at like 2 billion and they just drop the combo because they're getting bored. Like the combos are like 10 minutes long and I'm like, what the fuck? Like I knew that we were like at the point where combos get to like, you know, upwards of 5 minutes. But like, I was watching a YouTube video of a high score. I think it was like 2.4 billion points. And they just like kind of gave up towards the end because it was like, damn, this shit's getting quite sensitive. Let's like leave. Bomb Rush Cyberfunk moment? Kinda. Bomb Rush Cyberfunk players hearing about a 15-minute combo? You mean what I did on Monday? I shouldn't BM Bomb Rush Cyberfunk too much. I'm glad that people liked it as much as they did. I just like, I wanted so much from it and I got so little. Which I think is on me. I think I put too much, like, expectation on Bomb Rush Cyberfunk to be a video game that it wasn't trying to be, you know? To be fair, it's been that way since Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 4, even some earlier cases. I mean, yeah, but, like... And I'm not saying that it's, like, necessarily, like, a problem, but it seems to be, like, pretty dramatic in 1+2. The rail meter can be easily reset with cavemen in... Thug 1, and combos do actually get boring in that game because of it. That sucks. Ollie the high 106 score. I'm playing this like I've never played Tony Hawk before. Speaking of playing games like I've never played them before, so the last 2 streams were Granblue, and to give brief thoughts on Granblue, I don't think I like it, but also I didn't pay for it, so like who cares. But I was playing it, and I was convinced that whilst I was streaming, the only reason that I was bad at it was because I was streaming whilst doing it, and so I'm like, oh, I'm thinking about like what I have to say and like what messages in chat that I should read and what messages in chat that I should filter out, which obviously I don't exactly do very well, but you know, we're not here to put myself on blast. But oh my Jesus, what the fuck am I doing? But after the stream, I played like a little bit by myself because I was like, I have plummeted rank. How the hell have I done this? I'm gonna get it back up because I know that I'm like I know I'm a fighting game player. I know I can do this. And I was actually playing, I think, worse than when I was playing on stream. That game requires you to actually, like, have, like, patience. And I can't do it, man. I can't hack it. Like, the moment that you're asking me to not push a million buttons all the time, nothing. Oh, Leon, try not to cough for 40 minutes challenge? What is going on? What is happening? Oh, my Jesus. I can't wait to not be sick. Fucking hell. I know I said it earlier in the stream, but, like, I do not remember what it feels like to be human. Me, patience, not happening. I feel you for real. It's true. Like, it's just true. But the thing is, it's like, also, I don't think I want to play a game that requires me to play patient. Because occasionally, when I was playing Granblue, I was thinking to myself, like, maybe I don't like fighting games. And then after, I went and I played Marvel 3 with Phoenix Smash in the chat. I think. It might be Chase, it might not be Chase. But I went and played Marvel 3 with Phoenix Smash in the chat. And you know what? That game is fucking goated. That game just lets you play fast as fuck and dumb as hell. That's exactly what I want. Oh my Jesus Christ. I'm so sorry that I'm in my coughing arc. Me in my coughing arc. Do you reckon I'm going to be wheezing soon? Sorry. The pokedoku bit of the stream is over, but I'm still in my pokedoku arc apparently. Oh my god. Can I please just get the VHS? That's like all I want from this run. What do you mean I can't? I just wanted to fall off and grind. Oh my fucking god. I don't know if I'm in my dying arc. My ADHD brain needs constant decision making. Same. That's what I'm saying. Anime games are more fun for me. More fun for me. Me looking at Granblue. What do you mean there's no air dash? And that's real. Every time I played Granblue, I'm like, where is the air dash? It feels like it needs an air dash. It feels like it needs an air dash, and I feel like I need to carry more momentum when I run. And I'm not kidding. Maybe this is a bit of a boomer take, but does anyone actually enjoy playing patient? Like, is anyone out there going, I want this game to be slower? You know? Maybe, like, because, for example, Age of Empires. It is an RTS that I play. It is a very slow RTS relative to like StarCraft and the stuff that you might know. Like, for example, Dark Age, the very beginning bit, that shit can take like 7 minutes in real time, 11 minutes in game time. But it's a game that, even though I like that it is slow, I am always trying to play faster. And I know that the moment that I finally like crack with like Stormgate, for example, or like if I ever try to get back into StarCraft or even get into StarCraft, because I never really got into it properly. I know that the moment that I go over to those games, I'm going to go back to Age of Empires and I'm going to go, why the fuck is this game so fucking slow? I always want my games to be faster. And I don't think I've ever looked at a game and gone, it's slow, as like a benefit. I like to patiently spam fireballs and super turbo and wait for jumps. So true. I mean, to be fair, that's the default game plan for me. I run into a new fighting game, and my default game plan immediately is, what is my grounded low that I can poke with? What is my fireball? And what is my DP? Let's get it going. It's why I always start with, like, a Shoto in, like, a new fighting game. Street Fighter 6, the first character that I tried to play, wasn't Dalzim, even though that is a character that fits me basically perfectly. It was Ryu, because I love to start with plain vanilla and then go back to eating drywall, you know? And that's the way that it should be. And if that's not the way that it is, it's not the way that I ever want it to be. If I can't be eating drywall, quite frankly, I don't want to be doing it all. Take me out of the B&Q. What do you mean I'm not allowed to eat this drywall? It's free drywall. Looking at the free samples in the paint section of B&Q, going, where's the spoon? Why are there no spoons for this free sample? Give me the 50-50? Finally. Holy based. Well, I don't even know what the other objectives are. I'm going to move on to the next level after this. Ryu got that cheerful theme. You know who got that cheerful theme in my soul? Dr. Doom. Dr. Doom, I'm coming around to as maybe the best fighting game character ever made. And I know that I'm a Venom appreciator, but I don't know if I can reasonably sit there, look at Doom, and go, yeah, I like Venom more. Have you ever hit a combo on Doom where you hit S, you do the super jump to go up, you hit him with the medium twice, and then you air dash back down. You hit medium again on the way down to get the single hit. As you're falling faster than they're falling, you hit the ground, you re-jump, and then you restart the combo, and then you foot, and I'm like, holy shit, he's the one. I think Dr. Doom might just be, like, the greatest fighting game character ever made. I never fuck with Marvel characters, but Dr. Doom and MVC3 is just too much fun. That's what I'm saying. I think... So I was playing Firebrand Dormammu Doom, and I still think that Dormammu is, like... He's like my secret lover from afar. I go home, and I go home to my husband, Venom, and then I go and cheat on him with Dormammu. He's a zoner, he's brain dead, he covers the screen with bullshit. It's just, get me in there. But... I was playing Firebrand Point, and I think that I've realized I don't want my team to synergize. I just want all of my guys to be a bit boring. Nova is boring as fuck, but that motherfucker is going full screen with a sweep that is a combo starter. Get me in. For the love of God, get me in. My dad just likes Dr. Doom, and being able to illustrate that he's fun without having to play him for yourself is genius. It's true! And he's got so much fucking swag. His level 3 is he pulls out a fucking chair and hits a big button. I'm like, he's so based. When he stands, and it's like he's in the middle of space, there's no air, there's nothing going on, and the cape is still swooshing behind him, I'm like, that motherfucker hates me. And I think that's so based. God, he's sick. And then when he says foot dive, you're always going to cancel it into another foot dive. And so he says foot dive, and it's like, it's just iconic. I just don't think they're ever going to do it better than Doom. Like, I just do not think that they're ever going to do it better than Doom. I don't think anyone will. Project L is going to be a video game that I'm like, damn, this is pretty good. But where's my Doom? The whole time. And they could give me a character with Doom mechanics. He doesn't have the mask, and he doesn't have the big cape that you just kind of like swing behind. It's not Doom. It's not Doom. There will never be another Dr. Doom. You know how there's that one video on the internet? There will never be another player like Hungrybox. We need that, but with Dr. Doom. But the moment that I try to like actually put why I like Doom into words, it probably just won't, like, come out properly. I think that video would need to be, like, just like a 30-minute combo video. A 30-minute combo video interspersed with just several people saying Ayo Marvel. Because that character is just the heart and soul of that video game. Fuck Virgil. I hate Virgil, Dante, Zero Teams. You can fuck off. Give me 3 Dooms and a Dream. And that right there, that's Marvel. Have I played a lot of Marvel? Fuck no. Dr. Doom as a function? Oh no. Let's not talk about Doom as a function. Also, Nightbot, I think, like, is actually still shooting too much. I need to turn it down even more. Fantasy Dream released a new release of Hyper Marvel vs. Capcom 3 with rollback and a couple more characters. I feel like, and I mean this in the nicest way possible, I think that that would only work if it was a community mod, and also people would not like it. I think that Marvel 3 is a freak accident that is also, in the same way as Melee, a freak accident that only works because of the culture that surrounds the video game. And the moment that you try to make a new release of it, it would crumble a little bit. Some people are just like, new people would come in, bring in new ideas, and ruin it. Thoughts on gatekeeping and girl bossing? I'd love to know your thoughts on this. Also, we need to, I just realized, I really want to play fucking Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2 Fightcade. The tag mode? The mode where, like, you paint the fucking... You paint the ramps, and you, like, score them, and that's your, like, now your ramp. Graffiti, that's the one. Fuck, that shit goes crazy. God, this fucking game. This game's good. This game, I'm gonna come out and say it. I'm gonna be brave. I think Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2 is pretty good. Is thoughts on this your new catchphrase? Thoughts on this is the thing that I say when I'm starting to run out of ideas. You know that the stream is going to be ending soon when I start pulling out the thoughts on this. Because I'm just like, oh, fuck, I've run out of shit to say. Speak on that. The thing is with speak on that is an incredible phrase, but you have to accuse someone an interesting conversation. I'd love to know your thoughts on this. I get to initiate that myself. This is like the thing in game design. Wow, game design talk. From the person who's never designed a video game. Wow, he's so enlightened. This is like the thing in video games where you have... I'd love to know your thoughts on this. Where the game is asking you to do something interesting. And thoughts on that, and speak on that, is the game handing you a bunch of interesting tools and seeing how you decide to put them together. It's the two sides of the game dev spectrum. Bro, you've been saying that since half an hour into the stream. I mean, I know that, but like, you know, it's the stream, it's the Friday stream. This is the stream where nothing has really happened, but I still feel like I need to talk for like 2 hours straight, you know? Because I look at my stream and I go, okay, what would I want other streamers to do? And nothing annoys me more than a streamer playing the video game. That might be psychotic behavior, and if so, put me in the straitjacket. Because even if the streamer doesn't have anything to say, I don't want him to play the video game good. I could just go and play the video game myself. I want him to say stupid shit and make me smile and forget that I'm like freaking out about the fact that I've been ill for 2 weeks. Streamer talks about streaming. In other news, water is still wet. I hate being a charisma black hole. I'm just saying, most gamers go into Fallout New Vegas and they spec 10 points in charisma because they spec 0 in real life. And I understand that I am a streamer on the internet who just made, you know, an analogy to real life using a video game construct. I know, completely original and full of unique ideas, but it's also true, you know, like hop into the Valorant stream right now. I promise you that the streamer who is the best has no original thoughts. I'm not laughing at you. It's just a funny statement. As someone with autism, that hurts because I do that in New Vegas every time. It's fine, it's fine. I hope that also, because you, I would imagine, are like me, you and me are the same, in that we put 10 points in charisma, but we also set intelligence to 0. And then if we want to ruin the game for ourselves in New Vegas, then we set the randomness stat to 10. And then we just go straight to New Vegas, and then we go, oh, this has been a fun 5 hours of gameplay, but now I've ruined the game for myself. Also, what is a point in charisma when you could have the true statement that Tony Hawk has called you pretty good at his video game? I feel like that's a claim to fame. That's a point in charisma. It might not be a point in charisma for everyone. It's a point in charisma for me. I'd be saying that every single, like, party that I get the opportunity to go to, which is only, like, 2 a year, maybe. And even that is getting more and more sparse as I age. Me getting older, where did all the parties go? Me getting younger, why are there so many parties? I just want to play Dark Souls 2. I still can't believe that I decided to play Dark Souls 2 instead of going to prom. What was wrong with me? He did do that. It felt nice, but I've gotten a lot better since the combo contest. Thank you, Boney. Thank you, Boney Schmorks. We love Boney Schmorks. What do you reckon Tony Hawk is doing right now? Do you reckon Tony Hawk is peddling NFTs again? I hope not. That's like a big misstep for Tony Hawk, but then again, he is also like 50, and I would imagine not very internet pilled, and so I'm like, you know, I can kind of forgive it. He probably just had somebody come up to him and was just like, hey, here's a business venture, and he went, that sounds alright. Let's try that. Tony put out an actual part about a week or two ago. It's insane how he's still going. It is nuts how he's still, like, popping off. Didn't he, like, I think he, like, maybe this is me misremembering, so maybe if somebody is actually, like, Tony Hawk pilled as, like, a competitor in the chat, they can update me on this. But didn't, like 7 months ago, he compete in a tournament in Japan? How's he still, like, competing, like, because, like, doing a part, I can understand, because it's, like, you can cut up the best moments. And, like, if you're, like, skating, like, maybe for, like, I don't know, 15 minutes a day, you can still get like a part out in like, I don't know, like 2 years. But like to compete in a tournament, that requires some stamina. Like what the fuck, man's like almost 60. Tony Hawk is just kind of based. I think he's just sick with it. What's the worst Tony Hawk game ever played? HD is the worst, worse than 5. I didn't finish 5, I finished HD. I don't know if it was in a contest, but he did break his femur a year ago. Yeah, I heard about that. That's why I was like, what the fuck? How is he still going? Tony Hawk truly is built different. He is. He's fucked up. Can we get a Sora's skin? And I know that Rin could probably do this. Rin on Twitter, Wistful Hopes. Can we get a Sora's skin that is like modern day Tony Hawk? Because he's kind of built like him. He's old as hell, and he's better than you. Like, I feel like that's all you really need to be Sora's. And also, he's encouraging and a positive role model. He is the Sora's of real life. Shout out to Granblue, I hate that game. Tony Hawk gets on a plane and with 3 skateboards jokingly asked, "What are you, Tony Hawk?" Yeah. It's funny how, like, he's enough of a cultural icon to still be discussed, but somehow not enough of a cultural icon to be recognized. It's so bizarre. As a Sora's player, I would download that mod. That's what I'm saying. This is the same guy that makes those fancy videos about a single mechanic in an anime. Tony Hawk? No, very different person. Tony Hawk is the skateboarder. And if you're talking about me, no, also a different guy. I talk about fighting games sometimes. And only sometimes. Although I think that's going to change a lot next year. I think I'm back in my fighting games are good again arc. Which, thank God, because it's been like 3 years of me going, nah, I don't like fighting games anymore. Meh, 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 meh. It's like, fucking get over yourself, Leon. You like fighting games. Like the things that you like. I thought you were in your second McDonald's era. No, I'm in my maybe working Aldi. Not the car manufacturer, the food shop era. That's the era that I might be in. Oh, no, I'm landing on the stairs. Oh, okay, fair enough. That's fine. I just, like... Anytime I worked retail, I never had paid breaks. And so I've seen that ad and I've gone, paid breaks? You're fucking insane. Like, I just can't, like, imagine paid breaks. And the big thing, like, okay, I could, like, try to, and I still might, like, I think I might do this until, like, Project L comes out and then see how that goes. But, like, if I have to go back to a regular job, that means that I could use the Patreon money to start paying people to, like, help me with research in scripts. Because right now, a big thing that stops me, that's stopping me when it comes to, like, fighting game video stuff is having to learn new fighting games. So, for example, I want to make a video, and I still think that I'm going to make this video. I still want to make a video about Dhalsim in Street Fighter 2 Turbo compared to Dhalsim in Ultra 4. Because he goes from top tier in that game in Street Fighter 2 to bottom tier in Street Fighter 4. Not like literally the worst character, but like one of the worst. And I think that's a fairly interesting position to be in, considering the character didn't change much. It was like more about the world and the meta that changed like so substantially. But also the character did change quite a lot. I know. But having to learn 2 games that are both very complicated are... Well, Street Fighter 2 is not necessarily complicated, but it's really hard to, like, play at the level that everyone else is playing at. Trying to learn 2 different video games is, like... It just takes a lot of time. But if I was able to take the Patreon money and pay somebody that is involved in one of those communities to help inform me of one of the other sides, I could then use that to, like, make videos much quicker. I love hyper fighting, or did you mean Super Turbo? I meant Super Turbo. At least for me, listening to you yap about whatever is fine. That's fine, that's why I stream. Because some people, I think, they don't really, like, mind too much. They just want to hear me bullshit, which, you know, cheers. But I don't want to put that out as, like, the permanent stuff, you know? Buy those stats. Give me those stats. Let me stop saying words and get me towards, like, the end of this game. We've been here for, like, an hour and a half. Imagine Ordersol facing down 12 from Street Fighter in terms of tiers. Oh my Jesus. Imagine putting any of the HNK characters in basically any video game. HNK might be one of those, like, perfect storm video games that we're never going to get again. But also, like, if it came out today, nobody would like, and they would look at it the same way that they look at, like, DNF Duel. Then again, HNK is also a game that people go, this game is based. I've never played it. Myself included. I've never played an online game of HNK, and I do not feel that I will ever get to the point where I can. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. Dribbling is funny. Dribbling is funny. We do love a dribble combo. Shout out to whoever the fuck was playing Tony Hawk's Pro Skater, and they realized, why the hell do we not just let the player gain special midway through a combo? It is bizarre to me that that had to be like a decision that they made so much later into the lifetime of this franchise. Who's top tier in HNK? I haven't played it enough to accurately answer that question. It's Iori? No, it isn't Iori. It's not Dwayne The Rock. It's, what's he called? He's the guy who does like left-right mix-ups that are like basically one frame. It's almost the Piccolo mix, but less fucked up. Not Kenshiro. No. Kenshiro is like mid-tier in that game, which is insane because he's like top tier in every other game. Like, you could put Kenshiro in any other video game and he is a top tier character. Also, that game has an instant kill mechanic, which, you know, someone says instant kill in the chat and somebody else goes based? Based? Me? Based? Toki! That's the one! Yeah, Toki. That motherfucker is fun to watch. If you put me in the ring with Toki, though, I think I'd damn near... The guy with the snooker commentary? Is it snooker commentary? It's either snooker commentary or it's a bowling commentary. One of the two. I would die instantly. There we go. That's a nice way to put it. Maybe not a nice way to put it, now that I think about it, but it's the way that I should put it. Okay, I actually wanna make sure that this level goes quickly, because I do not like Philadelphia. This is one of those levels that you give it to me in 1+2, and I think this is one of the most fun levels. You give it to me in this game, and I think it's awful. And I can't fully describe to you why. Especially as someone who is not good at either of the games. Is there an objective up there? I know that there's like a tail slide the fucking hubba up here or something. Oh my god. I can't think of Toki without thinking about Mugen. Thankfully, I think I started to really pay attention to fighting games outside of like a Mugen era. And so most of the characters that are like iconic within Mugen are just like characters from their video games to me, where they are still normally really fucked up. With the exception of like, I don't know, like weird like chibi anime girl. The moment that it's like a chibi anime girl, it's like, brother, I don't know what game this is from. Is it Bluntstone or is it Tail Slide? I can't remember what it is. Oh, it is Blunt Slide, the awning. Based. No, what am I doing? I didn't even go far enough to break the railing. Are you kidding me? What the hell? I'm just playing the video game now. This is like my brain has forgotten that chat is there. And I'm just gonna look over and go like, oh, cool, pop, shove it. Me having no clue what's going on when obscure anime fighting games showing up on Will It Kill. I haven't watched Will It Kill yet. In my brain, I'm like, I don't see how I would not know if it's gonna kill. Surely I look at the bar and I go, that's gonna kill. But I guess that's the whole point of the show. I'm dumb as hell. I've just realized that my hubris is the end of me. PlayStation 1 render distance just came through like real hard there. That was fucked up. I really want them to make like a fighting game that is not a fighting game. You know? Like something that is like, how do I describe this? It's not a platform fighter, but something where all of the game is more like heavily contextual. So like think like, you know how Speedrunners is a platforming game, but really it's like a grapple hook game. I want something that's like you take a fighting game and then you make it Speedrunners. God, Speedrunners is so fucking good. Speedrunners, much like most fighting games, also has the problem of really fun with people who are your skill level. And then the moment someone who has like rocked up and actually learnt the video game starts playing, you start going, oh, that's kind of cool to watch, but also I'm not here to watch a video game, I'm here to play a video game. It sounds like you want to play DKO. It sounds to me like I want someone to make a whole video game that is, you know how in Rumbleverse, who has never played Rumbleverse, going nodders, yes, I know Rumbleverse. So, you know how in Rumbleverse, you have the like when you super, you can go off of a car and then make it so that the super does more damage by bouncing off the top of a car. I want a whole game that the damage is calculated like that, where it's all about finding contextual ways to kill your opponent. I'd love to know your thoughts on this. Oh god. Wait, yeah, you might just want Rumbleverse. Yeah, exactly, that's what I'm saying. That's like what Rumbleverse like looked cool to me, like cool about Rumbleverse to me. Do you remember the clip where like NL is he's using like a grapple move that throws himself and his opponent behind him, and then he does it onto one car, he does it onto the next car, and then he immediately sinks himself in the brink, like in the big ocean, with his opponent. And it's just like, it's so based. Yeah, it was bad, but it was so based. Okay, get me to Bullring, Mexico, because my throat is like tapping out. My throat is like, brother, you gotta wrap it up. You gotta wrap up the stream. We get to Mexico and we bounce. Oh, fuck. You're talking about Rumbleverse like it's still something that you can do. This is the benefit of watching Rumbleverse clips after Rumbleverse, like, has died. In my head, like, I'm still waiting to, like, rock up and be like, when is NL going to be streaming Rumbleverse? Because I'm going to be engaging with it the exact same way, regardless of whether it comes out or not. Watching a bold man stream it. TKO throat knockout. Oh god. 1, that's potentially heinous, and 2, so true. Okay, it's a bad first time round. I don't understand why Rumbleverse had to die. I know Epic are pretty crappy and all. Oh my Jesus. But was it really that much of a burden to them as a publisher, especially when they make several $billion actually on V-Bucks? I'm pretty sure the issue is that nobody was spending, like, any money on it, and running dedicated servers for a game, I can't imagine is particularly cheap. I'd imagine you're still running at like several $100s a day, even if you run it at like a smaller capacity. Maybe I'm wrong, maybe I simply do not understand the actual running cost of a video game, but me, as somebody who has played a lot of video games, I think I know a thing or two. I've run the I definitely know what I'm talking about because I make YouTube videos bit like 3 times today. I hope that it's still funny because I might run it again next week. Also, I figured out the stream schedule that I want to run. I think I'm just going to do Monday, Wednesday, Friday because it's really, oh my god, it gives me like a little bit of a schedule, but it's not so full on as every other day. And then I have the weekend to actually, like, you know, plan out the rest of the week and also have a day where I'm like, I can actually rewire. It's funny because it's so relatable. We all know a guy like that. I mean, yeah, you watch YouTube videos. Of course you all know a guy like that. That's most people on YouTube, unfortunately. In the same way that, and maybe this is a minus 2-able take, I think everyone should work a shitty minimum wage job, at least, like, for, like, a year in their life. And that's kind of, like, awful now that I think about it, because I am saying that everyone should be miserable at least for a year of their life, which I don't know if I agree with that statement, but I do agree with the last statement that I just said. But I do think that everyone who is making videos about video games and then reaches a certain point of actually having a platform needs to have, like, just a week where they try to learn a video game engine and then, like, attempts to make, like, a game that is almost a game jam video game, you know? It doesn't have to be something that is, like, make a whole video game, but make enough of a game that you realize you're a fucking moron. I always remember when Leffen said that streaming is harder than working an actual job. Now this you'll minus 2 me for. He's kind of, as somebody that worked a minimum wage job for 6 years, he's not right, but there are aspects of it that are like, my brain is melting just a little bit. You have to read a lot of stupid comments. You have to acknowledge that a lot of people are going to have assumptions about you that can't be verified at any point. And also, you do have to speak for, like, maybe... If you're a good streamer, you have to speak for several hours on end when you have, like, maybe 10 minutes of discussion in you all day. He's not entirely wrong. He's still wrong. And I think that if you spoke to him, he would say, that's not what I meant. Because I don't think... I'm still on team Leffen miswords things, but most of the time is normally right. I think that he's just misworded it horribly, and it's become a different thing. That was also years ago. Why are we bringing up the past? Why am I perpetuating the past? I'm the problem here. I'm just saying. He's mostly wrong, but they're different kinds of stressful, for sure. I wouldn't call it stressful. I'd call it draining. I'd call it confusing to navigate and a problem. I don't know. I think all streamers should be killed, shot dead, and cannibalized for the nutrients that they have taken out of the world by streaming video games on the internet. The ultimate sin. They will not see the light of God, and neither will I. Thank you for watching the stream. I am...